Welcome to Transits Fridays. Hey, let's talk about what are the astrological transits doing from Friday today until next Friday. So, this week is really kind of more chilled. We're moving on from a new moon, so the moon is kind of crescent, is moving ahead, but mainly we will have a couple of supportive transits here that I really want to talk about. So let's share our screen and have a look at the transits. And I feel quite, I think it's a bit funny because I got a new pair of glasses and I can see how much they reflect the light because they're a lot bigger. And I'm a little bit like, oh, I'm gonna have to find a new way to place my lights. Anyhow, it's all a matter of trial and error here, we see how it goes, we see what happens, see what works, what doesn't work. Okay, so here we have 15th of December 2023, Friday, so right in the middle of December. And one of the key things that's happened this week was the new moon, but it was also Mercury turning retrograde. So Mercury started moving backwards a couple of days ago, and I did a whole video about Mercury retrograde, where Mercury is on the based on your ascendant in the house in your chart, divided in 3 different decans. I'm very Virgo. For the ones that don't know me, welcome for another 5 Hitchhiking Stars. If you know me already, welcome again. It's wonderful to see you. And you know that I'm very detail oriented, and I always use degrees when I'm doing videos about planets based on the ascendant. So here we still have Mercury at 8 degrees Capricorn in retrograde motion, is red in my software, which means is going backwards. From our perspective, I know as an optical illusion. So Mercury, I think Mercury and Jupiter will be one of the key main aspects that we're going to be witnessing this week. And it's a series of trines, really, because Mercury will then trine Jupiter again when it's moving direct. And that's probably going to be happening in January, which I believe is when Jupiter will also be moving direct. So we have a few trines in retrograde motion and a few trines in direct motion as well, which means this is an opportunity that's being prolonged. It's something that's not just happening this week or last week when it was Mercury was direct and it did the trine to Jupiter first, but it's something that's sustained. Is a kind of an opportunity that's sustained, that's there, that's coming back, that's going to be lingering on. So then the energy that's going to be lingering on, and we can try and use as consciously as possible to make the most of it, to really manifest something in our lives. So Jupiter and Taurus will be talking and expanding anything that has to do with abundance, with an abundance mindset, with our values as well, with our sense of self-worth, all the Taurian things. And with Mercury and Capricorn, it could be about ambitions, it could be about work, it could be about achievements. We could be invited to do something again. We're like being invited to go back somewhere, to do something that we thought was gone. There's that feeling. And again, it's interesting because it's a feeling that we were having in September as well, when we had a Mercury retrograde in Virgo. So it was Virgo instead of Capricorn, but we had this series of trines with Jupiter as well. So I think it's a very similar energy, is a similar trine, similar but different. Not really exactly the same, but different. But similar. So this energy is definitely going to be one of the key elements here, one of the key key featuring astrological movements here. And here is the weekend. So this is Saturday. Also Friday, today we have a moon Pluto conjunction. So emotions might be heightened. We might be feeling more intense as a kind of a passing mood. Remember, I don't focus on lunar movements that much, apart from the lunations themselves, because it is a more fleeting mood sort of swing that we might have. So just a heads up there that we might be feeling a little bit emotionally intense today as well. There might be stuff going on. So just to be aware. Again, this is constructive astrology. It's about using the energies in a positive, constructive way. It's about making better decisions. It's about navigating things rather than fear mongering. So let's move on. for the weekend. I think one of the key energies of the weekend, so this is Saturday 16th, this is Sunday 17th, and we do have an exact square between Sun in Sag and Neptune in Pisces. So that could be a bit of a confusing energy. It could be the continuation of the Neptunian energy from the new moon in Sag as well, that I already talked about. But really, this sort of feeling of not really, wanting to transcend in some way. I think that's a very key feeling or theme when we think about Neptune. Neptune wants to transcend reality, is the impulse or the drive to transcend, the longing for another reality. So this weekend is great to do anything spiritual or artistic as well, creative as well. But just to pay extra attention with anything that's not as healthy, a wish to transcend reality in a less healthy way. So that's there for you as well, that wanted to share. We're still having that Mars Chiron trine, so there's that sense of the healing our impulses, healing our drives, being able to take action, and etc. As well. And let's keep on. I'm trying to move on. Here we go. Okay, so this is Monday. Moon is already in Pisces. And here we are on Tuesday. So Tuesday, 19th of December, that's when we have the exact trine. So between the 18th and the 19th of December, Monday and Tuesday, we have the exact trine, one of them, this exact trine between Mercury and Jupiter. So the energy that I've been talking about, that I was talking about before as well in the in the introduction of the video, how important it is to set sail and make the most of the trines as well that happen in the sky. I think we talk so much about the negative, difficult, challenging, is a eclipse season, is a square, with Pluto and whatnot. But we take for granted the trines, the grand trines, the sextiles, and the energies that represent these sense of setting sail. So let's not do that. And then let's not absolutely not do that in this channel because of the constructive astrology elements. So let's make the most of the flowing aspects as well. All right, so Mercury, Jupiter trine, wonderful for learning things, wonderful for changing mindset, getting a more positive mindset, and etc. So that's there as well. And here is Wednesday, and you can see that the other thing that will be happening this week is a Venus opposite Uranus. So this is gonna start to happen on Wednesday already. It will be very close to perform the exact opposition, which will happen on the winter solstice for Northern Hemisphere, or summer solstice in the Southern Hemisphere here. That's marked by these Venus Uranus opposition there. So it's very important to find space, within partnerships. I think this is one of the key things when we think about a Venus Uranus. We will not be feeling like we want to compromise. It could be surprises in relationships or opportunities as well to do exciting things. I think excitement is very much connected to Uranus as well. And the moon will be conjoined North Node as well that on that day. So Moon will be in a very independent Aries, conjoined Chiron, and then trine Mars, and then conjoined the North Node. And I feel that it does give this sense of independence that we're going to have. So if we are in a codependent relationship, the 21st of December will be very challenging. There might be situations that really ask us to step out of this state of merging or this search for merging with someone. So it's a great day to do something for ourselves as individuals, as independent, autonomous individuals. And on Friday is the beginning of, the beginning of Capricorn season. So this is another thing that will be happening. I mean, obviously, I will be talking about this on next Friday, on the 22nd. But just a heads up, this is the last week of Sagittarius season as well. So there is that too. And Mercury will be coming to conjoin that sun, and it will be in the heart of the sun as well as 0 degrees Capricorn. So, a shift in perspective. The moon is in Taurus as well on the 22nd. So is activating the trine, the sort of whitish by this point trine between Mercury and Jupiter, but it will conjoin that Jupiter and Taurus. It will trine that sun in Capricorn. So there is again that sense of a supportive, earthy energy, and they're both like sextile to Saturn as well, Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn. So even though it's very close to the holiday season, we could still have a bit more clarity about where we want to be, what we want to do, what our ambitions are, what our plans are, how can we update the plans, and etc. So that's going to be coming with the change of season, with the Capricorn season. All right. So this is it. I am not going to wish you a happy holiday season apart from a happy solstice. So whatever you are, happy solstice. If it's the rebirth of the sun, if it's the sun starting to descend, happy solstice, a happy week. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling, what happened to you, how was this week, and I'd love to hear from you. I mean, I want this to be a supportive community where we can exchange, where we can get to know each other as well, and talk about astrology and exchange our experiences with astrology or the astrological lens. So that's it for today. I'm wishing you all a wonderful weekend, and I'll be seeing you all next Friday. Bye bye now. Take care.